Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing a single player playthrough. So, if you weren't here last time, we had built these two massive towers. I just think they look hilarious to me. These two massive towers, which is going to be our wire and our copper. So got wire and copper factory going on here. But yes, we had built these two massive towers. We had designed them and got them all built, which did take quite a long time, but now it should be pretty kind of smooth sailing from here, I suppose. A little bit of smooth sailing. Also, I did kind of figure out what I'm going to put in this floor over here on this side, which is going to be our cable factory. You know how this side needs to be consolidation for ingots. It's also going to be our sink, so we're going to also put a sink over here. Maybe we'll do a little bit of consolidation for cable or something, you know, something like that. I'm not really sure. Yeah, so at least we have something for this space. So we've got that there. We also had decided on 10 machines per floor. We're going to have 10 assemblers per floor so that we can have, 10 constructors per floor. So we have, that way we have 100 machines. That's why there's 10 floors on this bad boy. So we're going to have 10 floors of that, 10 floors of cable. So in order to do that, we need two wire machines per cable. So if there's 10 machines on a single floor, that means there's going to be 5 machines of cable. So we're going to work out with those numbers. We're just going to underclock this. That way it's because this is with overclock numbers, the 33.33. But if we tone it down, then we can actually get a decent number flowing through. And then having the cable. So half of the wire is going to go for cable, and the other half of the wire is going to come in here. Actually, yeah, that would be turning all of our wire into cable. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that last time. Why didn't we think about that? Oh, crap. Actually, I mean, it's not too bad, but it does kind of mess with our numbers a little bit. Because, yeah, we can still have 10 machines per floor, but that means half of the machines need to go towards... See, we're producing 7,500 wire, but half of that wire is going to be going into this train station here, and the other half is going to go for cable. So that does mean that we can't put 10 machines per floor. Because then if we split that in half, that means there's going to be 5 machines per floor. That means there's going to be 2.5 constructors for wire. So if we do, instead of 10 machines per floor, we could do 11. That would certainly mess up the top floor, but if we did 11, would that be 9 floors? No. Yes. Well, hold on. That'd be a little over 9 floors. So then we just have... on 9 of the floors, it's... do 11 times 9. Be 99, and then we just have 1 machine on the final floor. No, that won't work. Why would that work? 12. If we could do 12 and 6, if we do 12 machines per floor, that would also work. 12, 11, 10, 9. We could do 8. If we did 8 per floor, then we have 4 and 2. There'd be 2 constructors on the cable rather than 5. But that doesn't work out evenly. Oh, what am I thinking? Of course, we don't have to put all the machines per thing. We just have 50 of the machines going to 25 constructors. And it says we're going to have 5 constructors per floor. We just have 5 constructors. We just have constructors on every other floor. Wait, that wouldn't work. Wait, how much do we need of this? 2,500 wire. Uh-oh. This might be a little messed up here. I might have messed the numbers up. Let me see if I can fix it. I'm gonna have to do some math and stuff. Because I could have swore I had this exactly the way it needs to be, but maybe I don't. Okay then, now after a little bit of calculation, this is what we've come up with here. Yeah, it's 66.66. All I had to do was take this number and double it, essentially. Now we can adjust those numbers if we really wanted to match up nicely. I don't think we can, though. The reason we can't is because this produces 75 when it's fully overclocked, right? And this one needs 150. So if you take 2 of these times 2, then that equals 1 of these. So then 10 machines per 5 machines on this side. If we underclock it, let's say we underclock it to 120, and we underclock this to 60, then it's less, but it's still a decimal point number. But if we underclock this to 50, so that, you get the 5,000, and then we underclock this. Actually, we just copy it, right? It's 100 and... Control C. To this one, Control V. We require 100 wire per minute, which would produce us 50 cable per minute. Now, 50 cable does not... I don't think... No, actually, no, that should go into it. So then 2,500 divided by 50 would be 50. Okay, 50. So instead of this, you would do the... come on, there we go. Instead of this, you would do the 50 number instead. And then instead of this, it would be 100. So that would be the numbers there, because it's 5,000. If you need 5,000 wire, 50 times 100 is 5,000. So you'd need 100 of these. So then the only thing you would have left is to produce 2,500 here instead of this. So 2,500, that's all that's left. Yeah, that's all that's left. So then 2,500, you could do... you could do the by 50, I suppose. Because it doesn't... 75 doesn't nicely go into that. Yeah. Divided by 75. What would be the closest? We could summer sleep some of these too, but I don't want to do that in case I need to do it later. No, 60. I guess 50 would be the best. Okay, so then we change this number. Oh, autosave. So then essentially, instead of having 100, we have 150. You have 100 to this side, 50 to this side. Then we will more than likely need to add more floors to this. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. We'll see what happens. How many machines can we fit? I'm thinking about using the blueprinter as well to get a basic layout of our 10 machines. If we can even fit them in there, we might not even be able to fit them in there. We might have to do 2 at a time or 4 at a time, or whatever the case may be. And then we still also got to think about this. So yeah, we underclock it to 50 rather than doing it 75. Yes, we could do 75, but then we're going to end up with some weird numbers. Especially so 500 would be 1 belt. Yeah, we kind of need to consolidate our wire too if we want to have full 780 belts. Yeah, because you could do, hold on, how many can you do? You wouldn't be able to do 50 times 2, that'd be too much, that'd be 2,000. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what the belts come out, but I need to figure out this number here. I'm trying to think about this both an input and output to make this easy, because doing it this way makes it really easy to transfer directly across, and then we just have one floor per one floor, and then we just have 50 of these, and then instead we do 10 per floor. So what we could do is skip that floor. We could do 10 machines, skip, 10 machines, skip, 10 machines, skip, 10 machines, skip, machines, skip, 10 machines. Maybe. Again, not exactly sure. But this is quite a crazy number we got going on here. So that number is still correct, right? 3750? Yeah, 3750 is still correct. Okay. Which should be 1875. Yep, okay. Just making sure my numbers are correct still. So I know we adjusted them. Yeah, I need to come up with a good layout as well. Yeah, we're not going to be able to maximize this very easily, I should say. Yeah, because even if we fully overclock this, that'd be 7 divided by 375, 20.8. We could do 2 floors off of one belt if we did it that way. But if we underclock it to 50, then it's 25. So it's 25 times 10, that's 250. We could do 3 floors off of one belt. That actually would not be too bad. Doing it that way. It's either that or we go straight floors and then we leave the last set of floors without bridges in between, which I'm fine with as well. We could do either or. Doesn't matter to me. But anyway, let's get to designing, shall we? We got a lot of work to do today, so. Alright, it's been just a little bit, but I decided to kind of show this off. So, I did this is my blueprint here that I've been using, and I've got one for both wire and cable, so that should work pretty well there. And then I've made this tower to what it's supposed to, its tallness. So you remember how we're doing 10 machines per floor, right? Well, we're still sticking with that, and we are going to do 15 floors worth of yeah, because that'll work out. So 15 floors worth of our copper wire, and then 15 floors with the cable, but the cable is going to be going to go every other floor rather than every floor. So then coming up here, I started to kind of map out where my belts are going to go. So basically what I did was I took my copper ingots I need per minute, which is 25 times our 10 machines, that's 250. We take that 250, we divide that, sorry, we take our 750, because that's easy to divide to, which is just under our Mark V belt, divide that by 250, that's 3, so we could support 3 floors on one belt. So then we take that 750, we take our 15 floors, divide that by 3, that's 5, so that's 5 belts per 5 belts for all of our copper ingots coming out. And then our wire is 50 per floor, so we got 50 times 10, that's 500, so whoops, 50 times 10, here's our 500, so we're going to be doing 500, so we're going to have 1 belt per floor. So that's a lot of belts going down to the train station. We're not going to get it all down to the train station. Well, we don't need to, because only 2,500 500 divided by 500. That's going to be 5 belts. Okay, so 5 belts going down to the train station. 1 belt per train station. That seems pretty good. And then we have our uploaders and stuff as well down on this floor. But also, I decided I went a little bit step further, and I decided to start figuring out how I was going to get the copper ingots up here and consolidated. So basically what we've got here, we got 8 belts. There's 4 belts coming from the cable side, obviously across this bridge. There's 4 belts of 500 coming over this way. And then we've got, of course, if we make a hole in the floor here, I'll put that back, don't worry. Then on this side, we've got 4 belts as well. You got these 2 machines making a belt, these 2 machines making a belt, these 2 machines making a belt, and then over here, these 2 machines making a belt. So these 2 machines, I did put these the wrong way when I first built them, but I decided, nah, it's fine, we'll just run it. So we got 6 belts on this side, 6 belts on this side, plus the 2 in the middle. That is 8 belts. So, and what I did as well is, since we can't really support it, I decided to summer sloop on both sides, both the wire side here and the cable side. I don't know why this isn't producing. Why are you not producing? Oh, whatever. It should have been producing. I don't know why it didn't. I decided to summer sloop those because if we don't, it had to be 125 because we had to reduce these. So I just summer slooped it just to get 250, so we have 500 per belt. That way we can kind of put in more than we're taking out, so we're not working with exact numbers. So we got all 8 belts coming up here. We got 4 across the bottom, or 5 across the bottom, and then 3 across the top. So each one of these bottom belts serves the storage directly. This one comes in. This one's going to smart split. It's going to send all to the center one to help fill it up first, and then it's going to overflow to these 2 sides. These 2 are going to come in here, merge with this split, so that turns this 500 into 250 each side. 250 plus 500 plus the 250 is 750, and then we take that 750 and we split it again. So we're back up to 750. We take that 750, we divide that by 2, which is 375, and then 500, because the bottom belt is 500. The bottom belt on the storage container is 500, plus the 375, which is going to be 875. So we'll be putting 875 into this one, or 875 into these outer ones. And when this one is going, this one's going to be putting in 1,000. So we're putting in a bit more into these containers than we're pulling out. We're going to have a single belt come out here and link up to these as well, which should be pretty easy to do. So we'll do that now. That's what I meant by consolidation. Is we needed a way to return our 500 belts, to turn our 500 belts into 750, or at the very least 750. But we're doing, since these belts are going to be coming out of the storage container, it's going to be coming out as fast as the belt can go, which is going to be 780. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do this with the straight. Oh, I didn't think it would do that. That's fine. Uh-oh, there goes my game. It's been crashing a lot more recently. And we're back. Okay. So luckily the autosave wasn't too far away when we done that. But yeah, something they've talked about fixing in their most recent video, Coffee Stain, by the way, is the jump in performance hit when you're messing with belts, specifically when you're painting them. So this has been an issue. And you can see there's a little bit of a performance hit when I do this as well, when I kind of place it. There's a slight, you can see all the belts kind of shift. I don't like that. I'm going to have to fix that. Okay. So I place it there. Should be. I might go one more. Yeah, there is a slight lag that is happening. Okay. There we go. That should run all of them. But yeah, see the lag when I don't know if you guys can see it. It's pretty crazy. It's not necessarily with belts, it's more, or with lifts, it's with the belts. Definitely. Oops. Should have had that in zoom mode. So we can kind of give it some supports. That'd be pretty nice. You know what it might also be? It might be all these, might be all the signs. What I might have to do is I might have to alter it slightly. Basically what I would do is I would put in a, I'd put in a wall here, a full-on wall on this level that's painted the same color, and then we put signs. I don't know what the performance impact is around here. It'd be pretty hard to test it. I'd have to build it before and after, but that would also take a very, very long time. Because what I'd have to do is I'd have to completely tear it down and then replace it, and then see if it's any better on performance. That would take many, many hours. Very many hours. Okay. So, now that we've got everything kind of consolidated into one particular area, now we can kind of start getting this moving. So we've got, oh, we're gonna have to put splitters on these. How are we gonna do that? Yeah, we're gonna have to split between floors for each of these. That's gonna be interesting to do. I guess what we could do is we could do this. Right. Let's go up to this next floor here. Where am I putting these? Like one behind the... So let's say we were to pull from this one. And the rest of these go up. Okay, just like that. 9. Maybe we should put a splitter at the height of it, actually. Yeah. So we put it like this. Maybe even closer? No. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we put it like this. And what we do is we smart split, actually. I've had issues with this before, so I think I might smart split instead. Smart split, and then to the left is going to be any, and the center is going to be overflow. Yeah. Okay. And then what we do is we go 3, and there they go. So they're gonna be sent to each one of those machines. And let's turn these machines on. I haven't decided how I'm gonna get power to all of these machines yet. Although I think I just did. Is that too far? Or should we go like... So is this like touching the leg? That sounds wrong, but touching the leg and then in one. There we go. So that's going to be a 780 belt. And then what we do is we bring this back down, like this. Oh. Hey, can we do this? Aha, that will work. Alright, there we go. That's how we do it. Sends it back out. Perfect. Alright, I think we have our plan. And this is how I designed it, by the way. Oh. One thing I didn't do. There's a reason that the floor is missing right there. Yeah, I didn't do both sides. Okay. Alright. But yeah, the reason this floor is missing is because this is for a blueprint, and I don't want the blueprint to be in the way. Although I suppose I could put the blueprint back. Oop. Did that wrong. There we go. Suppose I could put the blueprint back. Yeah, so then the so this one will send across, because we're going to do every other floor, right? So this floor we're going to send across the walkway, the glass walkway. I think a lot of these glass walkways are going to be very you know what I should do? I should make this double wide of a walkway. I think that would work a lot better. I mean, the thin just does look good, don't get me wrong. But what I'm thinking about is the easiness of it. The easiness of it could... plus, making this wider, I could definitely widen these belts out a little bit. Oh, that would take a lot of work, though. We'll think about it. I'll still make the wide bridge. We'll do the double wide bridge, but... like this. But I'll think about redoing that one later. Because I really don't want to. I really don't want to. Yeah, that could look pretty good, though. I decided not to paint them as well, because it's just like, yeah, there's no reason. But I think we have a plan. And then, of course, we take our blueprint. Actually, no, we have a separate one. But first I need to do this. Need to put our flooring down. Yeah, that looks pretty good though. So yeah, we'll let's see. Yeah, so we'll bring this around and merge. Yeah, you know what I might do is I might rotate the mergers so they go the opposite way. But that's only going to work for one side, right? So then the cable we go the other way. So we go that way with it. Yeah, that's what I might do to the blueprint. I might swap it swap the mergers around. But I'm not going to replace these blueprints because they're already well and truly set. So we'll just have to swap this end, and then we'll send the cable across. However we do that, and then I'll build these machines over there. Okay. All right, so I know we're running our time limit here, getting closer to the end of the episode, so I'm going to go through this very quickly. So I've kind of figured out how exactly I want to lay this out. This did take me a little while to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, but I think I've got it. I've got a plan here. So I need to reverse these. So what I've decided, and I've mapped this out as well, is we're going to send 2 floors of wire to make cable. So we'll have 2 floors of cable, and then we're going to skip one, and then 2 floors of cable, and then skip one. Also, I've got the electricity going through all these floors all the way up, as you can see here. It's the same on this side. It's just we had to build the other side, so yeah, all these are all powered as well. There's a little bit of a drop between the two, but it does get it can get reconnected. But yeah, so basically it's going to be we probably go to this side, it'll be easier. Yeah, so these bridges are easy enough to build as well, so it's no big deal. But we're going to go, so that one doesn't count. So we're going to go basically cable, cable, and then this is, I'm going to call this wire because this one's going to go down. But yeah, so cable, cable, wire, cable, cable, wire, cable, cable, wire, cable, cable, wire. It's probably good to do it around the front, actually. Yeah, so yeah, cable, cable, wire, and then we go cable, cable, wire, and then cable, cable, wire, and then cable, cable, wire, and then cable, cable, wire. Sorry, I was trying to find a place to be able to see that because these towers are so tall. But I did manage to get both towers at the same height as well, roughly. I mean, they're not all built. It does take a while to build up the resources for these because these do get filled in they do empty out our resources pretty darn quickly. So waiting for the upload does take a little while. So yeah, this one is also going to be for cable here as well. And we'll do that little thing that we've done already, which works really freaking well. I'm going to put that towards the overflow, and then left is going to be any. And then first we're going to pull this here. Yeah, and it is starting to get pretty laggy. I'd imagine just because of this area, there's a huge, there's a bit of lag. So I don't think we'll put any more, there's no more factories that are going to go in the desert. All the other factories have to go somewhere else. Because this one's going to be crazy enough. I think each area is probably going to get like one extremely crazy factory, and then the rest of it can be good. So, okay. Oh, I didn't connect any of these. And this one can just go here. Oh yeah, and I'm carrying like several stacks of copper, so I might as well fill these guys up. Go to the end one, quick. No! Get rid of it. Ah, sweet. Okay, I'll get rid of that too. Still need to switch these around, but it is, as you can see, there's a noticeable lag. We did have that during the production of the aluminum factory as well. where there was a ever so slight lag. I believe it is 4. Now these ones I do have to switch around because I forgot to. I forgot. It'd be nice if I could, like, reverse the direction by holding control. That'd be pretty nice. However, I can do this. The only problem is these are no longer connected, I don't think. So I'll test that out in a moment. But yeah, more than likely these are no longer connected. So I pull this belt. See, there's no wire on it. Ooh. It's okay, I don't mind reversing a little bit. Then we remove these lifts. And snap them into place. It worked perfectly. Okay. I'm just using the straight mode and then... It's right there? No. It's like right along that line right there. Just to give it a little bit more support. Okay. Now we got that side done, we can go ahead and put this blueprint on here to build that. The thing is, like, putting down belts is way more laggy than putting down this massive wall, which is very strange to me. Yeah, then we gotta build, yeah, the other thing I gotta do is I do gotta build the wall here. So that it builds, so that I can then delete the thing, because if I put the blueprint in after I build the bridge, then the bridge gets cut off. Then I gotta delete the wall. So yeah, we just remove the whole thing. Not those. That's all of it. Do miss a little bit sometimes. We take a wall. Like that. Then we take our single. Is it just one single? Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's 2. 2 1-meter walls. Okay. Paint those black. And then on this side, we paint these copper. There we go. And once the autosave passes, put our foundations down, which is 2 meter. And then we can put our, our walls up. That's right. Let's do this first, actually. And we got enough power surrounding us now that we can easily build these without any worry. Take our wall, just like that, this side of it, down this wall. Oops. Oh right, it's 3. I forgot. My bad. Then we take this and we go aim it the right way. And then we just paint it. Easy. It's okay if I paint those, they don't paint anyway. Yeah, there we go. So I'll have 2 bridges and then we're going to have a space. Which actually, this single bridge here might be... I still want to widen it out, but it's like, it might be a good idea to keep it like that. Again, we'll see. Oh, and then the last little touch is we bring this beam down to touch the bridge so that it continues the design downwards. Okay. And there's our bridge. And then going inside of here, just for... Ooh, well, that's fine. Whatever. I'll paint it again. Going inside of here, you can actually see, so it comes out like this, and then it gets built like this, and then we kind of drop down because we're kind of right up against our belt lifts here. Then it goes around and it follows the... This is the reason why I did 2 1 meters, is so that the ceiling mounts match they match the stackers, so that they match exactly the same height rather than having to do a split weird thing. But then it goes up 2 meters and then across and then goes into our cable machine, which our cable is going to be merged. So I'm going to bring it this way, both sides, and then we'll merge down here and then send it down to the train station. So these have already built their cable as well. So I think on each floor I'm going to have an uploader as well for cable, but not for the wire. The wire that gets made into cable does not get an uploader, but the wire that goes down to the train station will get an uploader. And then we can have 5 uploaders per tower, and 5 times 240 will be 1,200 uploading per minute, which is a little bit insane, but I think will definitely solve us for the future. And I'm kind of debating on whether I want to put a sync on this or not. I'm kind of thinking not, just because there's no reason to. It's not really, they're not really that expensive when it comes to tickets, so they don't really have any point value, especially at this point. They don't have hardly any point value. That does mean I need to delete one of these so I can do my floor there, but yeah. That's pretty much my my plan that I've been dealing with for the past couple hours. Just been putting these together. Seems like we definitely will get this, because now that we've got the plan and we've got sort of a blueprint, we can just lay the machines down, connect them together, and call it a day. I think this is definitely going to be done by the end of this week, so yeah. But for now, though, I do think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. We'll go ahead and end it here. So next time we'll continue to build on this. We'll build another floor together, and then I'll, kind of start building them on my own. But yeah, just kind of the end of the episode kind of snuck up on us this time around. So, but we'll continue building this, and hopefully next time we'll have most of the floors built as well. So yeah, we could just continue this basically. Continue to build it up. It just takes so long to wait for the materials, so. Get a little closer there. There we go. It's a good thing I'm not allowed to build more than this quarter, or more than 1 quarter at a time here. Yeah, and see, now I've ran out of materials. Yep, definitely ran out. Almost had it though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more of those, but yep, like I said, I am going to leave it there. So yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.